Yes, people, FJTV. So I'm literally sat outside my kickboxing Muay Thai gym. My initial thought was I'm going to leave my house a little bit earlier because today's a Thursday, so the class that I'm in, the first one's at 6 o'clock. From where I live, I have to go on the motorway. I've said it in a few videos, but for the purpose of this one, obviously, if I leave my house at 5 o'clock to get here for 6, that's an hour, but because of the traffic on the motorway, what should take half an hour, can end up taking almost a bloody hour. So I thought, leave early. I was still caught in traffic. By the time I pulled up here, it's like 5:15. I've got 45 minutes to kill, basically. And I'll do my best to get here before the class starts. But putting that to one side, my initial plan was, I'm going to go to the park I used to record videos in. And then I'll come down here. And then I thought, by the time I got here, I might as well just make a video while I'm sat in the car. Yeah, thanks for that. While I'm sat in the car, as much as I kind of need the toilet a little bit, so I'll keep this one short and sweet because it's about 5:20 now, give or take. So if I do 10-15 minute video, run inside, go to the toilet, and then I'm just chilling before the class, wherever. Cool. So there's a minute of waffling gone, but same way my video yesterday, I was touching on sort of like the breath work, the meditation, visualization, specific anecdote of, being in the shower, and like I said, just when I'm visualizing, obviously, washing yourself in the shower, but sometimes when I'm just standing under the water, kind of visualizing, being present in the moment, but then understanding I can go inwardly and create a picture in my mind of not just the future, but understanding who I am, like what I stand for, what I'm doing, because do or do not, there is no try. And the same way, it's funny because recently I watched a couple of videos from a guy called Bob Proctor, who, RIP, he's no longer with us. But one of his old videos from back in the day did the rounds on social media. Sometimes if I see something when I'm scrolling, and I do my best not to catch myself doom scrolling, but sometimes you catch yourself doing it and you end up seeing the same video a couple of times, or people, they'll film themselves over it saying, watch this or listen to this, I'm not even going to open that can of worms, but putting that to one side. So I watched some of his videos on YouTube, and again, when it's sort of talking about like understanding, your subconscious, your conscious, things like manifestation, whatever. In the same way, I'll put it in the description of the video I put up yesterday, where I'm saying about it taking action to manifest certain things. That's why it's law of attraction, and I put the action in the word attraction in capital letters, because obviously you can't spell attraction without the word action. So cool as well. Another thing I've just been thinking of, the same way I've got like a book of like, I don't know how to describe it, just one of them books that's just filled with blank pieces of paper, A4 paper, and I've been using it as kind of like a diary, a journal, not just necessarily like, dear diary, today I had a shit, but more in the sense of writing down sort of my thoughts, planning for like videos and stuff, and yeah, man, just tracking things. It's funny because I can look back and read certain passages, and I've obviously put the date, sometimes put the time as well. And it's funny because I can clearly see the progression with certain things. I can see where I'm sort of writing down things that are upcoming in the future and whatever. And with anything I'm thinking about or anxious for. But the same way in the recent, and I'm more and more, I know I'm repeating myself in these videos, same way like these long form videos, sometimes I watch them back to chop up for the shorts and I think I can spit it out, bruv, like. But the same way I'll just say it in this one, it's like I'm writing down in my book, putting about like with the fact that I'm doing the Muay Thai and understanding how I can really truly manifest whatever the fuck I want in this simulation as an immortal soul. So when I'm writing down in the present test, I am a professional fighter, I am a professional Muay Thai fighter. When I say professional, getting paid to do something, as much as I'm not doing it for the money, but that's the mentality. And it's like understanding that I used to look at myself in that same thing as, I'm a PT, I'm a personal trainer, and I really was. And it was when I dropped out of uni to pursue that after being qualified for years and done it here and there for years, trying to pursue it properly. But I always knew there was something missing, and I've said it in plenty of my other videos about I can't just be big boy bodybuilder, I can't just be big, muscly gym guy. I understand, warrior in a garden, I've got to be doing the training, I've got to be doing not only what I know I need to be doing, but what I love and what I really am enjoying doing. And same way, I don't want to say too much before the class tonight because, you don't want to tempt fate and shit like that, but I know I'll have a good session irregardless. But it's like the session yesterday, it was more of like a cardio based one. you know, getting pushed through your paces, and all the while trying to remind myself in the moment with my breathing. Sometimes you just get into the flow state, and same way I got caffeine in my system and stuff. But just reminding myself that if I catch myself really out of breath and I can barely hold my hands up, but the round's still going, and it's really like drilling a shit ton of combinations on the pads. Padman's like calling it out, really working yous, and saying to myself, bruv, like I can reset and recenter myself in my breath, and simulating in my mind. It's like being in the actual fight, bruv. You're tired. It's the 5th round, whatever. Again, amateur, pro, doesn't matter. But catching yourself in that moment of like feeling exhausted with your mouth breathing, heavy breathing, can barely keep your hands up. But then, as I said, just and then going again, sort of thing. Again, I know that's like almost 6 minutes of waffling. Some people might watch that and be like, all right, what's this geezer chatting about? What's this geezer waffling about? But these videos just serve as a blip in time that we can look back on, and in the grand scheme of things, even if I one day delete them, at least I'll have known that I've made the effort to put the camera up, or set my phone up rather, and just start speaking and talking from the heart. In the same way, it's like not doing this for no clout, I'm not doing it for the money as much as it'd be nice for YouTube to pay me. But the same way, like I said, bruv, I'm just putting out the message that you already know deep in your mind and in your heart, bruv. Same way, I'm all about the meditation, the spirituality, even though I kind of hate the word because it's kind of like a blanket statement, but meditation, breath work, the spiritual stuff. I know I need to get better on the stretching because I need my flexibility if I'm trying to be head kicking people, especially people taller than me when I'm sparring and shit. Semen retention, of course, with the nofap and the brahmacharya and the Taoism, and it all goes hand in hand, all of those things I've just mentioned. The martial arts, even the gym and the weight training that I know I need to get back on because I've been focusing more on the Muay Thai. And like I said, brother, it all goes hand in hand. Creating the content I'm putting out, like I said, this message, it doesn't come from me, it doesn't come from Josh. It comes from this higher source, this higher power, whatever you want to call it, God, the universe, the oversoul, your higher self. It's all mouth noises to articulate the same point, essentially, yeah. And like I always say, man, you can do anything. I've been saying that. And it's not just empty words. I know I've got to embody that. So the same way, this might be one of the first videos where I've said it, you know, out loud on a video in a literal sense, but also in the sense of telling the truth of what, like I said, I'm doing in the immediate. And when I'm saying, and I've got it in the mindset, somewhere like I'm driving my car, like yesterday, going to the supermarket, just going to the shop, pick up a few bits and stuff, some food and whatever, and a drink, whatever. And as I'm walking around, like I used to do back in the day, walking around knowing I'm an immortal soul, so I'm not bothered. Walking around, not even being like, oh, all these NPCs. I'm just thinking, bro, they're just humans. A lot of them, they don't know what I know. And there's like a lyric to one of my favourite dancehall songs. It was like, if you knew what I knew, you're not worry about that. As in, if you knew what I know, you're not going to worry about it. And he might be saying that in a different context, but I just take it on board as like, that's a little lyric of a song that's going to resonate for a big reason, because it's something that I think in my mind, like I said, if all these people knew what I knew, of course the world would be a different place, that's one thing, but just with how people live their lives, and again, it's none of my business. So like I said, when I'm in the supermarket and I'm just walking around with a basket or the trolley, whatever, and again in my mind yesterday when I was doing it, and I'm just kind of thinking, yeah, it's the same as when, bro, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm a professional fighter, and it's the synchronicity of when I'm thinking that. And like I've said in previous videos, I got the builders in the house at the minute, because the house I'm living in that I don't own, but at least it's just me in there. I got my own little space at the minute, but it's kind of a building site that's getting work done on the property. And one of the builders asking me, because I spoke to him for more than 30 seconds yesterday, and he was asking me, oh, what do you do for work and that? And obviously, you know, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm a personal trainer, blah 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 blah. But then in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, like, I know one day it'll be like, yeah, professional fighter, for no other reason than I choose to do this, bro, yeah. And then again, lo and behold, after my training yesterday, the class, one of the younger lads that I just speak to were like, fucking hell, I was hardcore session today, wasn't it? We're like, yeah, cardio. And then just talking, he was gobsmacked that I said I'm 26 years old and my man's 17. And I'm like, again, that was another synchronicity of me just laughing to myself that, earlier in the day at the supermarket, after going into the shop, get back in the car and put the podcast I was listening to back on, and it's Mark Hunt, a former UFC fighter, you know, retired professional fighter, telling his life story. When he's mentioning stuff about being 27 years old and blah, 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 and just at the very moment I was thinking about my own age and stuff. And like I said, then someone in the evenings asking my age, blah, blah, blah. Again, this is all just synchronicities that I see And I know if you go looking for something, you're going to see it. But more so, I try not to even deep it like that. I have the thoughts. I breathe. I understand the thoughts are just passing through. And then I just keep seeing things, keep hearing things, whatever content I digesting on YouTube. I try and, again, like I said, not be doom scrolling on the Instagram. I kind of waffled in this video. This is just a quick one. I do still need the toilet. But again, I might just call this, you know, the message or whatever. Even then, like, maybe not that, because... yeah, I don't know, bro. We'll let the video off. As I always say, man, start on your purpose. You can do anything. Quick little bit to wrap the video up. Like I say, man, it's like seeing the synchronicities and manifesting whatever you want. Same, but like I said, in this video, I understand what I'm saying. I understand how it sounds. I understand how some people may or may not perceive it. But ultimately, it doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter, bro, because it's my life. These are my YouTube videos. And like I always say, man, and I've said it already 30 seconds ago, you can do anything. We can do anything. We can manifest and create whatever life we want in this simulation, because as immortal beings in this realm, to love, like that joke and the meme of the live, laugh, love, live, laugh, whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, as I see 11:11 on the timer. That's what we're in here for, bruv, yeah. To live, to love, to learn, to grow, all of that, yeah, all of that good stuff. Like I always say, man, start on your purpose. Time to go for a piss that I'm dying for, and then time to train. Another class, another 2 classes I got scheduled today. Yeah, let's get after it. Let's go.